a silent meditation with you for a meditation a day. We are going to go behind screen and we're going to meditate together. We invite you to meditate with us. We are going to be off screen for about 25 minutes. And when we come back on, we're going to share with you what we experienced in meditation. I always find it interesting, really fascinating what we're shown each Sunday. It's different and it's always something that we never really could have expected. So we hope you stay with us to hear what it is that we experienced. So we encourage you to just sit back, get comfortable, and meditate in your own way, whatever it is that works for you. And we will see you again in about 25 minutes. Thank you for being here. We do need to keep an eye on the time. Okay, yeah. It just
Now I
looks like I'm here
disappeared.
by myself, but I'm not.
Oh, this is fun.
So that's interesting. So I'm going to talk even though you can't see me. There we go. That's so weird. All right, the green screen. So that was interesting, Teri. Can you turn off your green screen?
I can't.
Because that's just annoying.
Turn everything off.
Our video's not on. There we go. The video's off. There we go. Holy cow. So Teri and I have never been one to shy away from sharing what we've seen, even though sometimes we go, what was that? It felt a little like that was one of those times this morning, one of those, people are going to think this is nuts because I know what we saw, I know what I feel, and my humanness is going, what? So I'll just start, Teri. What we had seen was purple, Divine Mother, the violet flame, pulling everything in that stands for healing and love to work as a tool with, not against, but with the virus. And we saw Metatron's cube, we saw 500,000 earth angels on the cube in different points. And we saw that each of them was gowned in, it was a fascinating fabric or material that looked like purple silver sequins almost. And we heard sacred geometry. And we watched as the virus, after getting a little bored with, it was like the work here on Earth was done. The virus, the energy of the virus came up and bounced off of these sequins, and then went out into the cosmos. Teri, you want to share anything about that at this point?
Well, it felt like the sequence, the energy of the color was a magnet to the energy of the virus. So it was doing a clearing. And that's what I heard very clearly, that what's happening with when we're pouring energy into it is we're doing a clearing type of energy. And that's the color. The color purple represents Divine Mother and all the energy that we have to pull on. Christ consciousness, God, the angels, those 500,000 earth angels, we have them available in our toolbox to use, and they're wanting us to use them to do this clearing. And it feels like a generational clearing. I was seeing like eons of energy just flowing forward, and that's what was the culmination of this virus. So the more clearing we can do and pulling on that sacred geometry, what I was shown was the sequins are circular, and a circle doesn't have a beginning or an end. It's never-ending energy. We have it always. We're never going to lose the ability to connect in with that energy. So doing the connection and then pouring love into what we don't really want to even think about right now, this virus that's happening, but pour love energy into it and watch the transformation that will happen from that. That was what I was getting.
And then at one point we saw all of these sequins, if you will, flip, like when all of the, almost all of the corona energy was out. We heard last vestiges, like there will be some, but as humanity, we'll be looking at like, oh yeah, that's the flu. Oh yeah, that's a cold. And we'll know how to work with it, and it won't be so debilitating in the future. But we watched as all of the sequins, if you will, on the angelic gowns flipped over and represented different colors. Well, Teri and I have learned that different colors equate to different clearing and different healing. And some of the colors that we saw were red, which has to do with clearing out old constructs of belief and understanding. Blue, which is clearing of the body, the whole system. And green, which is bringing in nature's energy. We saw all the colors that we've worked with the angelic gems, the yellows, the oranges, the pinks, and it was beautiful. And we heard a promise, and we were reminded of a promise of a new dawn. And we had been told that probably 2 weeks in to the virus. We have always been, and I've got total goosebumps now, Teri. We've been given the promise of a new dawn, and here they're showing us how that can happen.
Yeah. So I also saw, and I didn't see it clearly, it was kind of blurred, that there was an expiration date. And Ruth saw it as well. We couldn't tell exactly when that was going to be, but we do know that the end is coming, the end of this, and
Not the end of all.
not the end of
us.
all of it. No, not the end of everything, the end of this pandemic, this
time.
isolation, this fear that has taken over this entire year, the anxiety about, where it's at and how do we protect ourselves. So we saw an expiration date to that, all of that happening. And I feel like it's going to be sooner rather than later. I don't have an exact date, but I know there is a date stamped on there. And so I think holding out hope is so important right now. Hope that this isn't the way things are going to be forever. This is how we have to deal with it right now to keep ourselves from, all of us, succumbing to the effects of it, but also to stay strong in our belief in the higher power, belief in that we do have an arsenal to pull on, and all of the beings that are helping us out with this.
And Teri, a reminder to stay in those high vibrational frequencies.
Yeah.
Of love, light, laughter, joy, connection, whatever way you can get that connection. Yeah. Love, empathy, compassion. That's really all that's being asked of us.
It is.
So that's what we experienced in this meditation. We invite you to come back on with us in 15 minutes. We are going to be having a roundtable discussion with some of our colleagues here at Enlightened World Network about what they have experienced spiritually about the virus, not what they're reading in the news, not what the conspiracy theories are, none of that. Just what are they hearing and receiving as downloads spiritually about the virus. So please join us for that. Thank you for being here. God bless.